So let us complete the remaining part of Network Primer 3. So yesterday we have covered INA, then Regional Internet Registry across the globe. So there are 5 RIRs on the globe. Then IRIN, then Internet Exchange Point, root server, different root server, ARNet, role of ARNet and NIC Internet in India. Then the longest backbone of submarine in optical fiber cable. Then coming to TCP/IP troubleshooting utility, we have covered host name, IP config, ARP command. Now today we will start with ping command, tracer, path ping, root, netstack, getmac, and nslookup. So before going in the detail of ping command, we can have a exploration of different field, different message type present inside the ICMP header. So ICMP protocol, because the ping command is based on functioning of ICMP. So with the help of ICMP protocol, your ping command displays some result. So ping is normally used to test the connectivity between your machine and remote machine. And on the basis of ICMP message returned by the ICMP protocol, the ping command will accordingly show the result. So ICMP stands for Internet Control Messaging Protocol. And this is the diagnostic protocol, and it is used at network layer. It is a network layer protocol. So there are many fields inside the ICMP protocol: type, code, checksum, rest of header, data section. So there are 2 types of category of ICMP message. One is error reporting message, and second is query based message. So there are 2 category of messages in the ICMP protocol. One is error related reporting message. So if there is something went wrong, some error occurred, then ICMP will reply different types of error message. And there are some query message which can have option to send a query, a particular query, and there will be some response according to the query. So there are many types and code. So it was already covered in the header part in Network Primer 1. So basically, there are many categories of ICMP type. One is 0. 0 means echo reply. So when we are sending some echo request to the target machine, we are getting some reply as a response. So echo का कोई ना कोई response आएगा, तो उसको बोलते हैं echo reply. तो echo reply में जो ICMP का type value होगा वो आपको 0 मिलेगा. Similarly, 3 means destination unreachable. 4 means source quench. So there is something buffering related issue. So it is source quench. 5 means redirect. 8 means echo. When we send ping to the target machine, it is echo message. So echo message carry ICMP type value equal to 8. Then router advertisement, router selection, time exceeded, parameter problem, timestamp reply, information request, information reply, address mask request, address mask reply, trace route. So there are 2 commands. We are going to cover 2 commands, ping and trace route. So this ping and trace route both are dependent on ICMP protocol, as well as path ping is also dependent on ICMP protocol. So ping, tracer, path ping. These 3 commands use ICMP in the background to get the status of network or remote machine. So there are 2 commands, tracer / trace route. Trace route, one is related to Linux machine and one is related to Windows machine. And each particular ICMP type has several types of subcode. For example, ICMP type 3. ICMP type 3 generally means destination unreachable code. But it can be written with type 3 with 0. 0 means network is unreachable, 1 is host is unreachable. If you are trying to ping some machine with the help of ping, suppose I am pinging to some unknown machine which is not present in the network, it will show some message, something like this. Destination host unreachable. So destination unreachable is there, but this particular host is unreachable. So this message is actually host is unreachable. It means in this message there is a type 3 and subcode is 1. Similarly, protocol is unreachable. Protocol is unreachable means this particular protocol is not present and configured on the remote machine. Port is unreachable. Port is unreachable means this particular port is not reachable due to firewall or due to non-configuration of port. So these messages are not related to ping only. This is the general ICMP message returned by the ICMP protocol for different scenarios. Suppose someone wants to connect to a port which is closed. The port is not configured on the target machine. So ICMP will reply with some message, port is unreachable. On the basis of that, your system software or firewall will come to conclusion that port is unreachable. So these are the different subcode respect to destination unreachable code. For example, communication is administratively prohibited. So type 3 with 13 means communication is administratively prohibited. Means there is some firewall restriction. Destination network is unreachable for types of service. For a particular type of service, destination network is unreachable. Means this service is not available on the target machine. So these types of messages are returned by ICMP protocol. This is one of the type. Similarly, there are many types are there, 0, 1, 3, 5, 7, up to 30. Under type 5 mean for redirect code. So if a packet is being redirected or need to be redirected, then ICMP will guide this particular packet that you should follow this destination as the original destination or original gateway is not reachable or something it is not available. Then in this scenario, router, normally this redirect message is sent from the router. So router can have type 5 with 0 means redirect datagram for the network, for the entire network. Redirect 1 means redirect datagram for the host. For a particular host, the redirect will be applicable. So these are the different messages. Similarly, IPMP type 11 time exceeded code. So 0 means under 11, code 0 means TTL exceeded in transit. So TTL exceeded in transit means we have sent a packet. We have sent a packet with insufficient amount of TTL value. So before reaching the destination, because every time a packet is crossing a router is decrementing this TTL value by -1. So it might be possible that after reaching a particular router, your TTL becomes 0. And from that router, a special message will be originated, will be transmitted to the source machine type ICMP type 11 with 0 message. Means TTL exceeded in the transit, TTL expired in the transit. Then there can be 11 with 1. Fragment reassembly time exceeded. Means there are many fragments are there and due to less time or due to lot of fragment, the fragment reassembly time that was defined by both source and destination, the time is exceeded. So fragment could not be assembled. Then ICMP type 12 parameter problems are there. So these are the different type code. So this code is very important, especially for detecting the particular types of attack which can be launched, which could be launched by attacker with the help of ICMP different category of message type and code. For example, the redirect code. Redirect code can be manipulated, can be crafted by the attacker to launch MITM attack. So we will cover the redirect ICMP redirect type of MITM attack, man in the middle attack in the module 2, sniffing and ARP cache poisoning attack. तो वहां पे हम इसको कवर करेंगे. तो अभी आपको जानना जरूरी है कि ICMP में डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ मैसेज है एंड our ping command, ping is a TCP/IP troubleshooting utility So with the help of ping command, we can check the connectivity, we can troubleshoot our network, we can check our NIC card, we can check our TCP IP. So normally what happen in the ping, now coming to the command prompt, we can type ping, and if you want to test the connectivity to the target machine, suppose I am sending, I want to check connectivity between some computer. Suppose this is one of the computer in our LAN. So this system is currently powered off. So it is returning some message, request timeout. Then later it is showing that destination host is unreachable. So we can try with some other machine. Suppose I am trying to test the connectivity between my computer and gateway machine. So gateway machine means a router interface. I am just checking the connectivity between router and my lab. So by default, this system, Windows system use 4 packets by default. So this is the 1 packet, this is second packet reply, this is the third response, this is the response for 4 packet. So it is showing that in each packet total 32 bytes of payload is inserted, and it took round trip time. This is round trip time. Round trip time means from my machine to the target machine and back to my machine. So this is the round trip time. It took less than 1 millisecond. The first packet took less than 1 millisecond, or all packets are taking less than 1 millisecond time, because it is a LAN. So in LAN we have a fast performance. There is very little bit delay. And TTL. So TTL means time to live. So this time to live is basically indicating what is the TTL value returned by the target machine. So depending on which device, which operating system we are pinging, accordingly this TTL value will be returned. Every time our packet, our ping packet or any packet cross a router, this TTL value is decremented by -1. So this time it is showing 255. Suppose I am pinging to some Windows based machine. For Windows machine, this is a Windows machine. So it is returning with 128. Reply from this, and byte is 32, and time is less than 1 millisecond, and TTL value is 128. So this particular machine is having Windows OS, and this particular machine, it is our gateway, it is Cisco based router. So this Cisco based router has default TTL value 255. Similarly, for Windows machine, default TTL value is 128. Similarly, if we ping to some Linux machine, so because Linux machine is not present in this particular LAN, so I can try to connect on some other network. Yes. So this is showing 63. By default, Linux have default TTL value 64. It is showing less than 1 because there is a router between my laptop and this Linux machine. इस Linux machine और मेरे machine के बीच में एक router है, जिसके वजह से 64 - 1 हो गया, ये 63 के साथ result show कर रहा है. It means with the help of just by monitoring, just by seeing the TTL value, one can almost predict the types of device or OS on the target machine. So this is a common criteria.
Sir, this TTL value, is it in terms of milliseconds or मतलब 63, 128 ये क्या होता है? मिलीसेकंड होता है
ये
क्या?
डिपेंड करता है. इट इज नॉट मिलीसेकंड. ये डिपेंड करता है. ये टीटीएल वैल्यू डीएनएस के केस में सेकंड होता है, यहाँ पे TTL वैल्यू एक नंबर असाइन होता है, तो दिस TTL वैल्यू इज नंबर। तो ये नंबर -1 होगा जब एक राउटर क्रॉस करेगा, तो यहाँ पे सेकंड नहीं होता। ये पैकेट के अंदर जो TTL वैल्यू डालते हैं वो एक नंबर होता है, एक क्राइटेरिया होता है कि अगर 64 डाला है तो ये 64 राउटर तक ये क्रॉस कर सकता है पैकेट, जो कि -1 होता जाएगा। एंड द टाइम, it is the time. So this time is the total amount of time taken between my laptop to target machine and back to the same packet is reverted back to my machine. So it took less than 1 millisecond. So this TTL is actually different for different scenario. For web application, this TTL is mentioned in the form of second. For DNS, it is mentioned in the second. But for this packet, for ping packet or traceroute packet, this TTL is just a number. So, yes. So, this ping basically works by sending ICMP echo request to the target machine, and the same echo packet, the same ICMP packet is reverted back in the form of ICMP reply. So if we are sending 32 bytes of 4 packets, each of 4 packets each of 32 bytes, and if we are getting all these 4 packets with same size without any error, then ping is treated as successful ping. तो पिंग तभी सक्सेसफुल माना जाता है जब हम जितना पैकेट भेजा उतना पैकेट सही उसी तरह से वापस आ गया हमारे पास, तो पिंग इज नोन एज सक्सेसफुल. Now coming to TTL. So basically TTL is a timer value included in a packet sent over network that tell the recipient how long to hold or use this packet before discarding and expiring the data packet. TTL value are different for different operating systems, and this TTL scenario is different for different case. Different case means in DNS TTL meaning is different, for traceroute TTL meaning is different, for ping TTL meaning is different, and for web application TTL is different, taken in different scenario, different way. तो TTL का अलग अलग जगह पे अलग अलग मतलब होता है. तो यहाँ पे हम TTL की बात कर रहे हैं, तो डिपेंडिंग ऑन द डिफरेंट OS कैन हैव ए पर्टिकुलर टाइप्स ऑफ पर्टिकुलर वैल्यू ऑफ TTL वैल्यू. So we can guess the target OS or device just on the basis of TTL value returned by the target machine with the help of ping command. So TTL or hop limit. So basically this TTL is showing you how many router a packet has crossed. So basically TTL is nothing but it is a total hop limit allowed for a packet to be travel in the network. तो अगर आपने TTL 5 ही डाल के पैकेट में इंसर्ट किया है, इफ यू हैव इंसर्टेड ओनली TTL वैल्यू 5, इट मीन इट कैन नॉट गो बियॉन्ड फिफ्थ राउटर. फिफ्थ राउटर के बाद सिक्स राउटर पे जाएगा तो वो जीरो हो चुका होगा, फिफ्थ राउटर पे ही जीरो हो जाएगा. एवरी टाइम ए पैकेट क्रॉस ए राउटर द TTL वैल्यू इज डिक्रीमेंटेड बाय 1. तो ये एक तरह से जो वैल्यू जो भी इंसर्ट की जाती है वो उसका लाइफ स्पैन होता है, वो टाइमर होता है, वो टाइमर डिसाइड करता है कि कितने राउटर तक ये गया, क्योंकि हर राउटर के जो भी डिक्रीमेंट होता है उसका रिस्पांस ICMP के फॉर्म में आता भी है कि पहला राउटर क्रॉस हो गया, दूसरा हो गया, तीसरा हो गया, ऐसे करके ये चलता रहता है. तो व्हाई दिस TTL वैल्यू इज सेट टू प्रिवेंट पैकेट फ्रॉम सर्कुलेटिंग indefinitely in the network. Suppose many packets are getting generated ऑन डेली बेसिस, आपके लैपटॉप से बहुत सारे पैकेट बन रहे हैं, वो पैकेट कई बार डेस्टिनेशन पर नहीं पहुंच पा रहे हैं क्योंकि डेस्टिनेशन मशीन बंद है, डेस्टिनेशन IP एड्रेस एग्जिस्ट नहीं कर रहा. तो दिस पैकेट शुड बी ऑटोमेटिकली एक्सपायर्ड. So now coming to TTL. So for IP packet, the TTL meaning is different. For DNS record, TTL is different, and HTTP also have TTL, and it can express with some other meaning. So IP packet, under the IP packet, TTL value is a 8-bit field. In this IPv4 header, TTL is the 9th octet of 20. In IPv6 header, it is the 8 octet of 40. The maximum TTL value is 255 and minimum value is 0. So 0 to 255 is the range of TTL value in the IP packet. For DNS record also have the TTL value. It decides how long the DNS record answer return from a DNS server will exist on your DNS resolver cache. तो आपके DNS में जो हम लोगों ने कल कमांड चला के देखा था, ipconfig/display DNS, तो यहाँ पे आपकी जो TTL वैल्यू दिख रही थी, तो this TTL value is related to DNS record, how long this record will exist on this computer. ये डिक्रीमेंट होते जा रहा है, 376-1 अभी दोबारा चलाएंगे तो ये वैल्यू आपको कुछ कम मिलेगा. So when it becomes 0, this record will be flushed out from this DNS local cache. So DNS record have TTL value, IP packet have TTL value. Similarly, for web application, our hypertext transfer protocol also have some timer value, so which is not actually TTL. It is mentioned in some other way, cache control maximum age. So this timer will decide how long the HTTP cookies file exists on the target machine. So this cookies and HTTP will be covered in the web application security and primer topic. So now coming to TTL value, default TTL value for different operating systems. So these are the some TTL value for Linux kernel 2.4, which was circulated in 2001. So version 2001 2.4 kernel. So earlier the Linux system default TTL value was 255 for TCP protocol, UDP and ICMP. Similarly for kernel 4.10, which was released in 2015, 64 for all this protocol. Windows XP and all version of Windows operating system have 128 default TTL value. For Cisco based device, it is 255 or 254. Mac OS also have default TTL value 64. So it is the default value configured on the remote machine. But we have option to send a customized packet with some other TTL value. So you can change your default TTL. For example, in Linux machine, you can run this command ctl -w net IP before, then default TTL equal to 120. You can change it. Similarly, in Windows machine, you can run this command to change the default TTL value from 128 to 64. तो ये एक TTL वैल्यू चेंज कर सकते हैं. तो बहुत सारे एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर डिफॉल्ट TTL नहीं रखते हैं. कई बार डिफॉल्ट TTL की वजह से विंडोज या लाइनक्स डिटेक्ट हो जाता है. तो वी कैन change this value to some other value. So now again,
sir, what will be the benefit of changing TTL value?
Pardon, please repeat your question.
Sir, what will be the benefit of changing TTL value?
Changing TTL value will change the footprint, change the fingerprint of the OS, because many with the help of this default TTL value, one can predict the types of OS running on the target machine. So actually TTL value is normally changed because of this fingerprinting should not be disclosed, because Windows will always return with 128. So we can change this value to 64 so that attacker or some user who is trying to guess the operating system will have a false interpretation that the target machine is having Linux machine, because Linux default value is 64 and Windows default TTL value is 128. So if an administrator has changed it to Windows administrator has changed it to 64, so a attacker or a user who is trying to guess the operating system will have a false interpretation that the target machine is Linux operating system. Not, and in addition to this, sometimes less TTL value is not sufficient. Less TTL value is not sufficient for transmission of a packet. Suppose in terms of attacker, this TTL value, modification of this TTL value can be dangerous. By sending lot of TTL value with less amount of TTL will result in denial of service attack on a particular router. So actually it is not a benefit, it is a misuse of this customized TTL value. So actually this TTL value is modified in the spoofed IP packet. So I am coming to this topic also. फिलहाल हमें TTL वैल्यू चेंज करने का जो मेन रीजन है वो एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर कभी भी नहीं चाहेगा कि हमारी हर वैल्यू डिफॉल्ट हो. So default value will always indicate some particular types of poster, some particular types of OS is running on this machine.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So ping command send an internet ICMP based message. So there can be different types of message: ICMP echo request, then echo reply, echo response, or echo reply. So for every echo request, there will be some echo response. So with the help of ping command, you can determine the status of network and various foreign hosts, remote hosts, tracking and isolating the hardware and software problem, testing, measuring, and managing the network. So normally it is used for network purpose. Many times administrator block this ping request on the firewall because everybody is trying ping with some machine. So there can be ping of death attack. Ping of death attack is a type of denial of service attack by sending large number of ICMP echo requests on the target machine with heavy payload. The default payload is 32 bytes, but one can craft a ICMP packet in infinite number with heavy payload of 65,000 bytes. So it will create lot of fragments, and one by one all the infinite packets are reaching to the target machine and creating denial of service attack like scenario. So this ping can be blocked. So normally to block the ping command, ICMP protocol is blocked. So you have the option in the firewall, you want to block the ICMP echo request going from this machine, or if you want to block the ICMP echo request coming from other machine to my machine. So there are many options: ICMP echo request, ICMP reply, and if you want to block a particular types of ICMP message like redirect message, so you have to read the content, like block all the ICMP packet having type value 5 and code value 1. So this type of advanced firewall can read all the content, can block ICMP on the basis of different types and code. So this is the default TTL value, and on the basis of that, a attacker or operating system guessing tool. So there are many scanning tools are there, and this scanning tool can predict the types of OS or types of device running on the target machine just by seeing the TTL value. So this is one of the method. It is not a 100% accurate method. This is one of the method used by scanning tool to guess the types of OS or device on the target machine. And apart from this conclusion, some additional cross check is also done by the scanning tool to come to 100% conclusion that this is the Windows OS or this is the Linux OS or Mac OS or Cisco based device. So many parameters will be combined to have an accurate conclusion. So our ping command can show different types of message: hardware error message, ping transmit failed, general failure, destination host unreachable, request timeout, ping request could not find host, TTL expired in transit. So these messages can be written by ping depending on the scenario, depending on the status of the remote machine or your network or your NIC card. So hardware error is normally written when a cable is unplugged from your NIC card. You are trying to ping a destination, but your network is disconnected. Transmit failed, general failure. So this message is generated when your NIC card is disabled. Normally, when NIC card is disabled or some part of TCP/IP software is blocked by some update, some recent update has blocked or occupied, taken control on the some critical network services, then transmit failed, general failure message error come in the ping output. Request timeout. Request timeout message come when there is no reply coming from the target machine. So this no reply scenario may be arise when there is a firewall which is blocking our service, or we are not getting any response from the target machine. So there can be many reasons. The system is not powered on, system is blocking your request, system do not want to reply this ICMP echo request. So under this scenario, request timeout message come. Destination host unreachable when the client is not available on the network. TTL expired in transit. You are trying to send a IP packet. You are trying to send a IP packet with less value of TTL value. Before reaching the destination, the TTL value has become 0 in the intermediate router. So from this intermediate router, the ICMP will generate a error that TTL expired in transit. आपने 5 TTL के साथ किसी पैकेट को ट्रांसमिट किया, तो first router will decrement it by -1, it will become 4, then packet will be forwarded to next router will decrement it by 1, it will become 3, ये आगे जाएगा -1 2 -1 1 और फिर -1 होगा 0 होगा. जहां 0 हुआ वहां से जो मैसेज आएगा वो TTL expired in transit मैसेज रिटर्न होता है. So coming to the ping command, we will see how TTL expired in transit message come, how, yes,
the router.
so we have this option. There are different options with ping. So let us run this command one by one. Participant, please mute your microphone. Noise is coming. Please. I'm not getting your voice. So now come to command prompt. We can start with ping basic utility, then we will go in the advanced portion of ping command. So start, suppose we want to test the connectivity. So this is the default scenario. This is the default scenario. I am pinging without any option. There is no option, just IP address or ping. So by default, Windows OS send 4 packets, and each packet has some TTL value, will have some time, and this is the default byte size. And reply is coming from the same machine to whom we are pinging. तो जिस मशीन को पिंग किया वहीं से रिप्लाई आ रहा है, तो मतलब ये पिंग इज सक्सेसफुल एंड total packets sent were 4, received were 4, loss 0%. So there is no loss of the packet, and a round trip time in milliseconds. 0 millisecond is the minimum time, maximum time is 1 millisecond, average is 0 millisecond. Because all packets are almost taking less than 1 millisecond. Suppose I am pinging to some public server. Suppose I am pinging to Google public DNS server. It will show some different result. Ping is coming from the same machine. Byte is 32. Time is 20 millisecond. For second packet, it was 16 millisecond. For third packet, it was 26 millisecond. For fourth packet, 16 millisecond. And TTL is 115. It means most probably the default TTL value of the target machine is 128, but due to presence of many number of router, every router has decremented this TTL value by -1. So most probably there are approximately 13 routers are there between my laptop and this target machine. Approximately, it is our approximate calculation. मैं ऑडिबल हूं ना?
Am I
नहीं, और कोई पार्टिसिपेंट बोले?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You are audible.
अच्छा अच्छा, नहीं, एक पार्टिसिपेंट की आवाज काफी
Yeah, can you please repeat just what you said?
okay. So this is our ping command. So by default, this is the general ping utility. We are trying to ping the target public DNS server of Google, and it is responding with some answer. So this answer is having different TTL, different time value. So this time is nothing but it is a round trip time for the first packet from my laptop to this machine, and then the same packet is reverting back to my laptop. So it is total time taken, round trip time is 20 milliseconds. For the second packet, 16, third packet, 26, and fourth packet is 16 milliseconds. So due to congestion, due to different network status scenario, each packet is taking variable amount of time. And this TTL is 115. So most probably there is some default TTL value must be configured on this 8888. अगर यहाँ पे कोई भी TTL value होगी 128 होगी, तो अगर ये 115 दिख रहा है, it means there is some number of router present between my laptop and this machine. If this value is 128 and final result is 115, it means 128 minus 115, 13 number of device are supposed to present between my laptop and Google public DNS server. तो ये डिक्रीमेंट होके आता है रिजल्ट. And there is no loss, and this is the minimum amount of time, 16 milliseconds. So this packet to minimum time, and the maximum time taken by the third packet, and average time of both is 19 milliseconds. If you want to run this ping command for indefinite period, so we can have option -t. You can continue this pinging with the help of -t option. Actually, someone is trying to ask question, but his voice is not coming very clearly. Okay, I'm seeing the chat. Can we change the value of TTL at router? Yes, you can change the TTL value at router also. So you have to check the particular command for changing the TTL value on the router. My machine is not pinging to 8888. Why? Request timeout. So to try to check some other machine, you are able to ping other machine or not. Try to check, first check that your ping, outgoing ping is blocked or not, or you are not getting any ICMP echo reply message. So first you need to check. Might be you are behind the proxy where pinging is not allowed. Only you are accessing HTTP or HTTPS website.
Sir, he must be
Yes.
using firewall, and because of that firewall, he is not getting ping from 888.
Yes, there can be
Actually,
firewall,
I am
there can be
pinging.
proxies.
I am able
Yes.
to ping my DNS server only. I cannot ping any other machine. Only DNS server I am able to ping.
Yes, it depends on scenario what rules have been configured in your scenario. If an administrator has allowed ping to certain number of machine, then the ping to particular machine will be allowed.
Sir, you need to check the firewall policies.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
I will just get back to my that network administrator, and then I will get all the this IP details. I have got only DNS server number and my own IP.
You can also check pinging in local LAN. First check that local LAN pinging is allowed or not. So it is a firewall problem of your host machine, or you are being blocked by your firewall of your organization. So you
Okay,
need to check.
it can be.
Sir, you can also use traceroute command to check who is
Yes,
blocking.
yes, traceroute will be covered in the next.
Okay. I will do that now when it comes there.
So this -t will continue running this ping command. To stop this type of ping, you can press Ctrl C. So by pressing Ctrl C, you will have this result: total number of packets sent 14 and total received 14 and 0% loss. So overall, you have monitored the value for 14 number of packets. So this, if you want to send an infinite number of ICMP requests in normal scenario, then you can use -t. So this is normally used when you are using some troubleshooting, you are testing your firewall, that when the ping is getting blocked, when the ping is responding. So there can be scenario to watch this. On the basis of this ping result, you can come to some conclusion. Now there is one more option with ping. Suppose I am in LAN, want to resolve some domain name. Suppose my LAN machine is there. This is my LAN machine. With -a option will try to resolve this IP to domain name or IP to host name. So depending on this IP to domain name record is present in DNS server or not, and if we are talking about the local area network, so there can be net BIOS name. So -a will tell me the name of the machine. So it is showing Dell. So Dell is the host name set on this machine. With -a, it is returning with Dell host name. Similarly, in the ping, in the WAN scenario, suppose I am pinging to Google public DNS server. If there is corresponding domain name is available, then it will return with some domain name. So DNS.google is there. Similarly, suppose I am pinging to some other public DNS server, Quad9. Quad9 is a public DNS server. So I am trying to ping this one. So it is showing that DNS9.quad9.net. So this is the domain name corresponding to this IP address. -n of the, I am using this syntax one by one. -n means if you want to send customized number of packets. Customized number of packet means suppose I want to send only 5 packets or 7 packets, 7 ICMP requests. So I can type -n space 7. So it will send only 7 ICMP echo requests, 7 IP packet. So total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Total packet will send 7, total receive 7, and lost 0 %. Then minus L option. Minus L is used to customize the buffer size. So by default, when we ping, 32 bytes of payload are used in the ICMP payload portion. If we want to customize this payload, we can type minus L, then you can put some value like 1200, 1290. It will try to send 1290 bytes to the target machine. So with the help of this option, we can check. Suppose I am sending 6000. So it is sending 6000 bytes of payload. So we can check the performance of each packet if we try to increase this value. Suppose I am pinging to some public computer 1600 and IP address is 8.8.8. So it is showing that pinging to 8.8.8 with large payload larger than 1600 bytes is not allowed. So this machine is not replying back for this site. So this is the illegal site for Google Public DNS Server. Now I am reducing this size to 1300. It is responding. So normally larger payload is used for misuse purpose, misused for launching denial of service attack, for buffer overflow attack. Suppose someone is trying to launch this 65,000 payload is inserted in each packet, and the same command is executed from millions of computers with the help of infected system, with the help of script present on the infected system. So what will happen? All these millions of computers will try to ping the target machine 8888 with heavy payload 65,000 bytes. So this 65,000 bytes is actually converted into number of frames, and lot of frames coming on a particular computer will have some overhead. CPU consumption ज़्यादा होगा, buffer store करना पड़ेगा, एक fragment को वेट करना पड़ेगा, फिर उसको कंबाइन करना पड़ेगा. तो ये सब में क्या होगा ना, CPU ओवरहेड्स होता है. एंड एक मशीन के लिए कोई इशू नहीं है कि हमने लैन में किया 60,000 के साथ सेंड कर दिया, तो देयर इज नो इशू बिकॉज टुडे ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम एंड हार्डवेयर बोथ आर पावरफुल. बट ड्यूरिंग द डे ऑफ विंडोज 98, विंडोज 2000 ये कमांड चलाते ही सिस्टम रिबूट हो जाता था या ब्लू स्क्रीन आ जाता था. We can check. So already we have covered in MTU with -F. So -F option is also there. -F means set don't fragment flag in the IP packet. So this IP packet have a field don't fragment. एक फ्लैग वैल्यू होती है, 0 होता है तो फ्रैगमेंट अलाउ होता है, 1 होता है तो डोंट फ्रैगमेंट बिट सेट हो जाता है. So with -F we are actually instructing to each packet that set the DF flag with 1 value. So it means if there is a fragmentation, then this ping will be not transmitted. So this message is actually coming from ICMP protocol. Packet need to be fragmented. DF is set. Packet need to be fragmented, but you have set the DF flag to 1, so it cannot be transmitted. But if you are trying to reduce this value, suppose I am sending 1200 bytes less than the allowed MTU. So it will be possible to send 1200 बाइट के साथ डेटा भेजना पॉसिबल है, क्योंकि वो 1500 से कम ही आ रहा है। इसी का हम लोग यूज करके दिन कैलकुलेट किए थे कि हमारी पेलोड कितनी अलाउड हो रही है। तो पिंग के केस में हमारा 1500 बाइट अलाउड नहीं होगा, क्योंकि 1500 बाइट इज जस्ट ए रैंडम डेटा इंसर्टेड इनसाइड द ICMP डेटा पोर्शन। यहाँ पे ICMP का जो हेडर है, ICMP के डेटा सेक्शन में आपने 1500 बाइट ऐड कर दिया। इसके टाइप के, कोड के, चेकसम के, ये सब के भी तो अपने साइज होंगे। तो ICMP का जो हेडर का साइज होता है वो 8 बाइट होता है। तो 8 बाइट प्लस 1500 आपने पिंग में डाला तो 1500 बाइट हुआ। फिर ये पूरा ICMP IP पैकेट के अंदर इंसर्ट होगा। फिर IP पैकेट का भी अपना हेडर साइज 20 बाइट होता है। तो इट मीन यू कैन नॉट सेंड 1500 byte because it is actually coming to 1500 plus 8 plus 20 1528 byte। तो इसमें भी आपका यही रिजल्ट आएगा, फ्रेगमेंट बिट सेट है। इसको आप रिड्यूस करेंगे तो एटलीस्ट आपको 1472 के साथ अगर आप भेजेंगे तब जाके ये ट्रांसमिट होगा। 1472 प्लस 8 प्लस 20 1500 बाइट, तो ये डेटा ट्रांसमिट हो सकता है। 1473 होते ही ट्रांसमिशन बंद हो जाएगा, क्योंकि 1501 बाइट हो जा रहा है, नहीं 73। फोर्टीन 73 पेलोड पॉसिबल नहीं है ट्रांसमिट करना विदाउट फ्रेगमेंटेशन, बिकॉज 1473 विद द हेल्प ऑफ पिंग मीन्स 1473 प्लस 8 प्लस 20 1501 आ रहा है। So there will be two fragments for 1501 byte. One fragment will have 1500 byte, second fragment will have 1 byte. तो ये दो फ्रैगमेंट बनेंगे और आपने रेस्ट्रिक्शन लगा रखा है कि दोनों फ्रैगमेंट करो। अगर फ्रैगमेंट होगा तो उसको ट्रांसमिट नहीं करना है। Now coming to the next option, -i, set TTL value. Now we can transmit this ping with the with customized TTL value. By default, we are having some TTL value, but now we want to send this ping traffic with default TTL value. Suppose I am pinging to Google public DNS server, and -i. Now we are setting the TTL value, customized TTL value in the IP packet. तो IP पैकेट के अंदर एक फील्ड होता है जिसमें TTL वैल्यू आप कस्टमाइज कर सकते हैं। तो सपोज मैंने 2 TTL के साथ एक पैकेट बनाया, एक पैकेट में 2 वैल्यू TTL को इंसर्ट किया और उससे हम पिंग करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। तो क्या हमारा पैकेट गूगल DNS सर्वर तक पहुंच पाएगा? तो इसका रिस्पॉन्स देखते हैं क्या आता है। It is showing that TTL expired in transit and reply is coming from the second router. So this is actually second router. Our destination is this, but we are getting reply from second router because TTL 2 था, तो पहला राउटर क्रॉस किया 2 -1 1 के साथ पैकेट फॉरवर्ड हो गया सेकंड राउटर पे 1 -1 हुआ 0 जैसे ही हुआ वहां से एक एरर मैसेज आ गया, रिप्लाई फ्रॉम ये TTL expired in transit. So this TTL expired in transit is nothing but ICMP type 11 with value 0 code. So we can increase this value to check the 5th number of router in the route. Suppose I want to check which is the 5th router in the route. So this 5th router is not responding. It means this traffic is blocked by the intermediate device. Suppose I am pinging to 9th router. The 9th router is having this IP address 192.178.83.240. TTL expired in transit. So in this way we can calculate how many routers are there between my laptop and Google public DNS server. Suppose I am putting this 10. Again, it is saying this reply is not coming from 888, and there is message is coming TTL expired in transit. मतलब destination पे तो अभी पहुंचा ही नहीं है पैकेट. ये TTL sufficient नहीं है. This TTL is not sufficient to send this packet to the Google public DNS server. यहाँ तक पहुंचने के लिए थोड़ा ज़्यादा TTL चाहिए. Actually, this reply is coming from the router having this public IP address. Now we can increase it to 12. 12 से रिप्लाई आ गया, मतलब 12 TTL से इस डेस्टिनेशन तक आपका पैकेट पहुंच जा रहा है. इसको एक बार और कम किया जाए, 11 किया जाए. 11 मतलब ये हो गया कि ये 11 डिवाइस है, क्योंकि 10 करते ही 10 पे मैसेज आ रहा है TTL expired in transit. It is the last router just before the 8888. इसके जस्ट बाद जो डिवाइस आएगा वो ये होगा, क्योंकि वो हम लोगों ने कंफर्म कर लिया विद द हेल्प ऑफ 11. और इससे ज्यादा अमाउंट रखेंगे तो वो तो डेफिनेटली वहां से आएगा ही आएगा, क्योंकि वो एक तरह से आपके पास बहुत सारा मनी है. अब उस मनी से आप मिनिमम चीजें तो खरीद लेंगे, मैक्सिमम चीजें भी आ जाएंगी, बट मिनिमम अमाउंट ऑफ TTL रिक्वायर्ड टू रीच द पर्टिकुलर डेस्टिनेशन. Similarly, we can check how far away is yahoo.com, www.yahoo.com minus I13. Minus I13 is showing that TTL expired in transit. So we can increase it to some more value, 14. It is showing that by this value, it is showing that some router or some device having the Yahoo DNS.net domain name is coming in the complete domain name. तो Yahoo के इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर का ही कोई डिवाइस जो है आपको रिप्लाई कर रहा है जिसका पब्लिक IP एड्रेस ये है, और वहां से रिक्वेस्ट टाइम आउट आ रहा है, मतलब इसकी रिप्लाई नहीं आ रही है. एक बार हम और इंक्रीज करें 15. 15 router is TTL expired in transit. It means www.yahoo.com is very far away. इसकी IP पहले चेक कर लें. What is the actual IP? सीधे www.yahoo.com को पिंग किया. There is one more canonical name associated with this alias name. इसका एक और नेम है जो इस नाम से डिस्प्ले हो रहा है, और इसकी IP है 180.222.114.11. ये हमने डायरेक्ट पिंग किया विदाउट एनी माइनस आई. ये इसकी IP है. Now increase this value to 17. So from 17 we are getting some ping result. So it might be possible that there is some, this time we are getting response from some other IP address. So there might be some load balancer is there, or some specific provisioning is there, because now we are getting reply from this IP. So it is the way to check how many routers are there, how many, which particular router is having this public IP address. So this ping have -I option to set the customized TTL value. And you can also cross check, suppose I am making ping to 88888. What TTL we are getting? 115. And with -I 13, I think it's 13, 12. Okay, 12 is also there. It means 11 routers. So 128, it might be possible that there is some other customized value present on the 888. It can be 126 configure है या 127, उसी के according ये output दे रहा है. Because it is clear that we have total 11 routers. So ultimately it is approximately coming to 128, 115 plus 11, 126 आ रहा है. Now next option is -S, minus capital S. Source address to use. Source address to use means कई बार ऐसा होता है कि we have 2 internet connection, 2 or 3 internet connection or 2 or 3 gateway, and we want to check connectivity to the particular destination via a particular route. Then we have to specify the particular interface IP address so that we can check the ping response from the particular NIC card or from the particular internet connection. Suppose मेरे में एक रेलटेल का कनेक्शन है, दूसरा BSNL का कनेक्शन. मैं गूगल को पिंग करके उसका TTL वैल्यू और उसका टाइम राउंड ट्रिप टाइम कैलकुलेट करना चाहता हूँ. मैं चेक करना चाहता हूँ कि इस समय किसका परफॉर्मेंस अच्छा आ रहा है. तो आपका दोनों कनेक्शन एक्टिव है, तीनों कनेक्शन एक्टिव है. तो with the help of ping command and -S option, you can check this response without disconnecting the particular internet. सारे कनेक्शन लगे हुए हैं, आप अलग अलग इंटरफेस, अलग अलग गेटवे पे आप क्रॉस चेक कर सकते हैं. फॉर दिस वी नीड टू कॉन्फ़िगर कनेक्ट टू सम अदर नेटवर्क ऑल्सो. सपोज मेरे पास वाईफाई नेटवर्क है, मैं वाईफाई से भी कनेक्ट कर लिया. तो मेरे पास इस समय 2 ऑप्शन है. आई हैव 2 ऑप्शन. One is my regular wired network, which is a Railtel network, and second is BSNL fiber broadband network, which is connected over the Wi-Fi network. So before running this command, we have to know the IP address of the both NIC card, wired NIC and wireless NIC. So this wireless NIC card is having 100.28, 192.168, 100.28, and my wired NIC card is having IP 172.16.16.190. So by now we can calculate ping. Now I am pinging to Yahoo, but this ping will go through. Suppose I want to ping this destination with the help of my Wi-Fi network. So I have to provide -S. -S, then provide the IP address. Which IP address? जिस NIC से, जिस नेटवर्क के थ्रू आपको ये पैकेट भेजना है. तो मेरा वाईफाई के केस में 192.168.100.28. तो मैं ये चेक करना चाह रहा हूँ परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ वाईफाई नेटवर्क. what is the total round trip time coming to the same destination. देखिए ये भी एक मैसेज आया, पिंग ट्रांसमिट फील्ड जनरल फेल्यूर। अब ये ऐसा मैंने इंटरफेस सेलेक्ट कर लिया जो इंटरफेस एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं कर रहा है इस सिस्टम पे, तो गलती से मैंने 182 टाइप कर दिया। 192, 168, 100.28. So now this reply is going through my Wi-Fi network BSNL modem. So this is the total performance, 144 millisecond for first packet, 154 millisecond. ये performance है, average performance आ रहा है 147 millisecond. Now I am switching to without disconnecting internet or unplugging the cable. I am just switching over to my wired network, RailTel network. We just need to provide the IP address of the NIC card. Now with the same destination, but this time our route is different. So this time the same destination is having less amount of time, round trip time 43 milliseconds, and TTL is 50 here. And in the above of TTL is 43, and time is significantly more than the RailTel. It means it is comparatively having more delay. तो BSNL ऑप्टिकल फाइबर ब्रॉडबैंड स्लो है और डिले ज्यादा है, और ये नीचे वाली लाइन क्या है, लीड लाइन है, RailTel का ऑप्टिकल फाइबर है, NKN का फाइबर है, तो उसके थ्रू जा रहा है। तो यहाँ पे परफॉर्मेंस आपको ये एवरेज जो आ रहा है 43 मिलीसेकंड का टोटल राउंड ट्रिप टाइम आ रहा है, और यहाँ पे TTL 50 आना और यहाँ पे 43 आना, ये इंडिकेट कर रहा है कि वाया BSNL वी आर हैविंग मोर नंबर ऑफ राउटर बिटवीन माई लैपटॉप एंड टारगेट मशीन, और वाया RailTel नेटवर्क थोड़ा सा इसमें कम राउटर आ रहे हैं, 50 आ रहे हैं। रिकॉर्ड रूट फॉर काउंट हो कि ये आपका वर्क करेगा नहीं, टाइम स्टैम्प भी वर्क नहीं करेगा, कुछ इसमें से ऑब्सोलीट हो चुके हैं, -b भी डिसकंटिन्यू कर दिया गया है। इसमें आप ऑप्शन दे सकते हैं स्ट्रिक्ट सोर्स रूट, कोई पर्टिकुलर सोर्स रूट से पिंग की ट्रैफिक जाए तो आपको होस्ट लिस्ट पूरी बतानी पड़ेगी कैसे कैसे रूट को फॉलो करते हुए, तो वो पिंग उसी को फॉलो करते हुए चेक करेगा। तो दीज आर द डिफरेंट कमांड सिंटैक्स फॉर पिंग कमांड। नाउ नेक्स्ट कमांड इज ट्रेसर्ट और ट्रेस रूट। तो ट्रेसर्ट command run on Windows, traceroute command run on Linux based operating system. So traceroute is a command line utility that measures the speed and route data taken to the destination server. So basically traceroute also use ICMP protocol in the background. When we run traceroute, it will show lot of information. Not only traceroute information, so traceroute means how many routers are there between my laptop and destination machine, and what is the performance of 3 packets at each destination. So this is the time is coming, this is the output, sample output for a particular destination. So this 1, 2, 3, so this first column is indicating how many routers are there, and this particular is the 5th number router, it is a 7th number router, and what is the corresponding domain name or IP address of the particular router. And this is the last device, last destination device. And there are 3 time value are coming. So first, second, third. So 3 columns having timing information in milliseconds. So by default, traceroute operate with the help of sending 3 packets simultaneously with TTL value 1. So it starts by sending TTL value 1, 3 पैकेट ये एक साथ ट्रांसमिट करता है और तीनों पैकेट पे TTL वैल्यू 1 कर सेट करके ट्रांसमिट करता है और उसका परफॉर्मेंस चेक करता है. तो फॉर ईच पैकेट TTL वैल्यू इज सेट टू 1 इन द बिगिनिंग. वहां से जब रिस्पॉन्स आता है, पहला राउटर से जब TTL वैल्यू डिक्रीमेंट होके -1 होके 0 हो गया, तो वहां से कुछ मैसेज आता है, फिर वो उसको TTL वैल्यू को इंक्रीज करके ट्रांसमिट करता है. तो ये जो पूरा आउटपुट आ रहा है आपको, पहले TTL 1 के साथ क्या परफॉर्मेंस था, TTL 2 के साथ क्या परफॉर्मेंस है, TTL 3 के साथ क्या परफॉर्मेंस है, TTL 4, ऐसे करके एक एक राउटर को ट्रेस करते हुए. तो ये तो हम लोगों ने पिंग से भी कर लिया है. पिंग -I1 के पहला राउटर का वो आ गया. पिंग -I2 से दूसरे राउटर का IP एड्रेस क्या था वो भी हमें दिख गया था. तो एक तरह से पिंग -I ऑप्शन के साथ हम लोगों ने लगभग ट्रेस रूट का कुछ पोर्शन कवर कर लिया था. तो ट्रेस रूट जब आप रन करते हैं तो वो फंक्शन कैसे करता है. तो ट्रेस रूट का जो आउटपुट होता है उसमें 5 कॉलम आउटपुट होता है. फर्स्ट कॉलम में आपका नंबर ऑफ डिवाइस होते हैं या राउटर होते हैं, या उसको आप कह सकते हैं कितना TTL वैल्यू के साथ पहला 3 पैकेट भेजा गया. देन नेक्स्ट इज सेकंड 3 पैकेट वाज सेंट विद so this first time second this first this second column is indicating the time round trip time for first packet. The third column is indicating the round trip time for second packet, and this column representing the round trip time for the third packet. So from this diagram, let us verify the traceroute function. Suppose A is my machine on our laptop and D is the destination. So we are running the traceroute command. So traceroute command dependent on ICMP. So three IP packet is created, ICMP packet is created with TTL value 1. Each packet has TTL value 1. So it is transmitted along the way. The first encountered router will decrement this TTL value by -1 from each packet. Then it will return some ICMP reply message that TTL expired in transit. This TTL is not sufficient to forward this packet to next one. So in this way, the source machine will again transmit the 3 packets with TTL value 2. So what will happen? This 3 packet will reach this machine. This machine will decrement this TTL by -1. Then this 3 packet will be forwarded to next destination. नेक्स्ट डेस्टिनेशन पे भेजने के बाद वहां भी -1 होगा, वहां 0 हुआ, तुरंत ICMP का एक एरर मैसेज रिप्लाई मैसेज आ जाएगा कि TTL एक्सपायर्ड इन ट्रांजिट. तो फिर ये क्या करेगा, नेक्स्ट 3 पैकेट प्रिपेयर करेगा और दिस 3 पैकेट विल हैव न्यू TTL वैल्यू 3. तो 3 से क्या होगा, फर्स्ट राउटर में डिक्रीमेंट हुआ 2 हुआ, फॉरवर्ड हो गया. सेकेंड राउटर में डिक्रीमेंट हुआ 1 हुआ, फॉरवर्ड हो गया. और लास्ट मशीन ही डेस्टिनेशन है तो वो प्रॉपर रिप्लाई कर देगा, ICMP रिप्लाई आएगी. तो इन दिस वे द परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ ऑल 3 पैकेट, राउंड ट्रिप टाइम ऑफ ऑल 3 पैकेट आर रिकॉर्डेड एंड shown in the output of traceroute command. So we can execute the traceroute command. Traceroute from destination www.yahoo.com. So first router is my gateway, because whatever packet I am sending to the outside world, to wide area network, is going through my first router. This is my first router. This is the second router in the same NILIT campus. This is the third router. It is NIC provided router, IP address, public IP address. So our network is operating on NKN network. So NIC has provided all the infrastructure. The fourth router is not responding the output for this types of traffic, traceroute traffic. So how the router or firewall is recognizing that it is a traceroute based traffic? Because when we send traceroute, our ICMP have a unique type value 30. When we send traceroute, the type value is set to 30. तो अगर ICMP में टाइप 30 होगा तो कोई राउटर नहीं चाहता है इसको रिस्पॉन्स देना, तो वो डिसीजन इसमें उसी अकॉर्डिंग रूल के अकॉर्डिंग आउटपुट आएगा. The fifth router is also not responding to this traceroute based traffic. Sixth router is also not responding. Seventh router is having some response. Ninth router.
So in between, if some routers are not responding, how it is proceeding further?
Actually, this router not responding, there can be two scenarios. Not replying any error or no response is coming.
Okay.
So actually, this is some blocking at fourth router, fifth router, and sixth router.
Okay.
We are pinging to Yahoo, traceroute to yahoo.com. Okay.
Excuse me, if
Yes.
some router is not responding in between, suppose it is
Not
switch off.
responding means
Not
either
respond- yeah,
due
yeah.
to blocking, either due to no response is coming.
Suppose the router number 8 is switch off, right?
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
so then it will not proceed further. It will not go to the 9th, 10th, and 11th, right?
Yes.
Because
When
the
it is
reason
not
that it is going
responding,
further, yeah,
yes,
the
it is
reason that
not.
it is going further means that it is not only, it is not giving its data and IP address, but it is basically the ping has reached, the packet has reached to that router and it has been forwarded to the next hop, right?
Yes, because after getting request timeout, after waiting some amount of time, our source machine means my laptop, is again crafting the 3 packets with increased TTL value. So if there is a more TTL value, this router is forwarding this packet to the next destination. But no reply message is coming.
Okay.
If TTL becomes 0, it is not replying some answer that TTL expired in transit. So after waiting for some amount of time, my machine is, this traceroute command is generating a new packet by assuming that this might be blocked by some router or no response is, so by increasing this value. So actually this is not the actual 18 number of device. So we can confirm it with the help of ping minus I.
So can we conclude by your example that suppose the response that we have got and it has reached up to the router number 30, right? And in between, suppose from 18 to 25, the request timeout has come. So can we conclude that it has, the packet has basically passed through all these routers, right?
Yes, the
But
same I am
it is
going
not
to
able
check.
to respond back, right? Regarding the time to response and that kind of information is not available, but at least the packet has passed through those routers, right?
Yes. And the same thing we are trying to cross check. Where is the previous output?
because when I am running on my machine, it has gone up to the 30 and it has not responded. The request timeout is coming. Right?
But after some time, you might see.
No, it is not coming. No, it is
Okay,
not
it is
coming
not
up to the
coming.
30 also. Yeah.
Okay.
It has just responded the first two, and afterward the request timeout is coming. So might be the Yahoo router is beyond the 30 hop, right?
No, 30 is very large number. On internet with 30 value of hop count, we can send a packet 3 to 4 times.
Okay.
Because with 11 TTL value, we can reach to USA. Most probably 8.8.8 is running in the USA region. So with 11 value, from we can transmit this packet from India to USA. So with 30
So
value, we can rotate our Earth 3 to 4 times.
But in my case, it has gone up to the 30.
It
and
depends
still that
on
is
different
time.
scenario can be there. 1 minute, I am just checking that it is with minus I18 TTL, we are getting proper reply from the same machine. Okay. So I'm just checking it is being blocked or it is the actual number. Yes. So it is not, it is the actual number. 18 is the actual number because when minus I18 is inserted here, I am getting response from the same machine. It was the last machine in our traceroute output, which was at 18th position. So now I try to check with the ping minus I18, reply is getting from this machine. And with I minus I17, I am not getting response from this machine. This is some other machine, 106, 10, 128, 240. So this router might be just before our destination. It means whatever trace route is shown in the output is actual number of router, 18 number. In your case, you are not getting response after 30 because by default this trace route run for 30 hop only. If you run the traceroute command, it will show you the output over maximum of 30. It cannot go beyond the.
So does it mean that the Yahoo server is beyond the 30?
No, no.
Or the ping has gone to some other place and it is not the responding, means it is lost kind of thing? Because I'm running it for the second time and same kind of result is coming.
Okay, I'm
I'm
just switching to my Wi-Fi. I'm checking from BSNL also. It might be possible that we are not getting response. I'm just stopping it. Now this output is coming with the help of my Wi-Fi network. So now network has been changed, route is changed. So first device is okay, 100.1 is BSNL modem. Then second is BSNL public interface IP address. It is not my modem public IP address. It is the remote device having this IP address which is connected to my modem. Then third device is this. Request timeout. Fifth is also request timeout.
I have a static IP address and it is showing the same result. After first two routers or hop, it is not showing anything. Request timeout.
So first you must ensure that your traceroute is allowed in your network or not, because traceroute is dependent on ICMP and with this BSNL we are getting response also. With BSNL network, the same destination is at 9th position. So this is the short.
I'm from the LSA, or they might have implemented some of the security protocol. So I don't know
Yes,
what
because
what is the
normally many organizations are using proxy services for providing internet services. The proxy
So
normally block. You are able to ping some machine in the outside world.
give me IP address, I will try.
Rahman, you can try a hotspot with your mobile. I am doing that, so I am getting all this thing. Earlier, because I was on my this NICNet, that official network, I was not pinging. I was not able to ping anything. So you try
Okay.
with your this mobile hotspot.
Okay. You are saying, sir, with the lease line, it is not permitted. So can we
Yes,
test
yes,
that
your
whether
administrator has restricted
Seems to
some
be.
lot of
Seems-
traffic.
so
Uh,
so can we test whether the trace route is permitted or not on our network? Is there any command for it?
Uh, yes, we have to crop the packet of ICMP with 30. We have to check the protocol is reachable or not for a particular type. So it will be covered in some other day also. That
Okay.
there are many mechanisms through which we can check the protocol status, protocol is reachable or not, or firewall is behind the machine or not, firewall is present in the machine or not. There are many types of tests are there. But trace route can be better checked at your end
How?
with the help of this this testing what we are running, because are you able to ping your machine, any machine, outside machine, 8888?
I'll
First
try.
check that ICMP is allowed or not. If ICMP is allowed, then might be possible that administrator has explicitly blocked the trace route packet.
So
So
should I?
just ping some machine of the outside world, ping yahoo.com, google.com, any machine.
Okay, I'll do.
So this is the trace route command by which you can find out how many routers are falling between your machine and destination machine. There is a graphical version of trace route is also available. There is one popular software, Visual Root. So Visual Root is now commercial. So Visual Root will trace all the traffic from your machine to destination machine on the globe, on the map. So you can plot this tracing on the map. So there might be trial version might be available, or you can run some online tool. So it will show something like this. It will plot the graph from this country. Now packet has reached this country, then this country, because all the IP are already recorded in the with the help of RIR. RIR keep the database of IP address, public IP address. तो हर public IP address का पता है कि ये public IP address किस country से belong कर रहा है. So with the help of that, a map can be traced. ये पैकेट इंडिया से ओरिजिनेट हुआ, फिर यहाँ पे चाइना गया, फिर चाइना से आगे गया, फाइनली डेस्टिनेशन पे. तो पूरी प्लॉटिंग होगी और हर रूट पे जो भी हमें टेक्स्ट मोड में आउटपुट आया वो ग्राफिकल वे में आउटपुट शो करेगा. सपोज हम लोग कोई और टूल देखते हैं जो ऑनलाइन आपको ट्रेस करके दिखाए. तो ऑनलाइन विजुअल ट्रेस रूट. ये गूगल का ही है, गूगल को देखा जा, जी स्विच टूल है. Just type the IP address of some machine. Suppose I am typing the domain name. So our domain name in our scenario, यहाँ IP टाइप करें या डोमेन नेम टाइप करेंगे तो वो रिजॉल्व हो जाएगा. कोई ना कोई DNS सर्वर तो IP now click on trace.
For changing the network card for using the other network, what is the command you said, sir?
Pardon?
For say there are both LAN and my mobile hotspot connected to my computer. If I want to use the other route, that is mobile hotspot, okay, I will find the IP address allocated to my Wi-Fi this one. And then what is the command I have to use for routing the ping traffic through that?
For trace route.
Yeah, no, trace route or ping both. Either way. Say if I want to use the other IP for as a gateway.
I'm not getting your voice clearly. But
The
No.
ping
There are-
hyphen capital S.
okay,
Capital
you mean
Capital S,
ping
okay.
then IP address then -i
Okay.
-i with the particular number of router, you can provide some number of router. So here in this output, it is showing so this plotting has been done with this online tool. So actually it is not happening from my laptop because I am using some online tool hosted on some web server. So it is actually starting from the web server where this online services is running. So it is starting from some European Union, United Kingdom, and it is going to USA, and this is the destination. So it is showing some output 5 number. This is the IP address, United Kingdom, and it is going through the submarine optical fiber cable, and this is the public IP address located in United States. A coordinate and longitude, latitude is also coming. The last device is
But it is not showing it how you have reached from India to UK.
no, it is not showing India because this particular application is hosted in UK. This website is hosted in UK, so it is trying this trace route from their own web server. They are not trying this from my machine. So for that purpose, you have to download your Visual Root software. Visual Root software can plot this plotting from your laptop on the map. So we can check whether Visual Root is currently available as a trial mode or not. Visual Root alternative, because I have already installed on my machine. But you can try to download. If you have trial version is available for your machine, you can download the Visual Root. So it is very good software. Now it has become commercial. So this is the official website, visualroot.com.
What will happen if some VPN is in between?
VPN.
Yes.
If you try to run this command from VPN, it will start from the VPN server IP address. Suppose you are connected to VPN of some other country, and if you try to run the trace route, it will originate from your machine and it will directly jump to the VPN server. Then the further route will be followed, continues from the VPN server. क्योंकि आप VPN सर्वर से जब कनेक्ट होंगे तो आपका नोड के बाद जो नेक्स्ट डेस्टिनेशन होगा वो VPN सर्वर होगा.
हाँ, वो मेरे ख्याल से अवेलेबल नहीं हो पाएगा. I think whatever is behind the VPN will not be available. It will terminate at the VPN, I suppose.
हाँ, after connecting to VPN, your identity will be also changed with respect to public IP address.
Yes, yes.
So this is the some versions are available. Full all editions are available. So for different, suppose I am trying to install free for non-business. Yes, this one is available. We can use this one. So download and light version is available for non-business usage. Java. It is dependent on Java. Okay. Java needs.
CCA. Yeah, I tried to call him up twice. I think he's not in the office.
Okay. You can try at your end. There are many traceroute, visual traceroute are there, but you should be familiar with the command-based traceroute.
Checking it whether he has still come or not.
Now, next is path ping. Now, next is path ping. So, how we are getting the country location of a IP address? Because every public IP address is registered, and we can find the detail of IP address or domain name with the help of WHOIS. So WHOIS will be covered in next slide, but for the time being, I am showing WHOIS is a query-based protocol which will show you. तो WHOIS सर्वर का यूज करके आप WHOIS IP लुकअप कर सकते हैं. So it will show you the details. Suppose I want to check the
What they have said. It has been already told to them. Why are they asking? And for their own, they are doing.
So suppose we want to check the details about the public IP address 88888. So it will show something like this. Sir. So it is showing that this 888 IP is belonging to Google, and the address is country address. Country is US, and state province is coming as a California. Then this is the complete address is coming to whom this IP address belongs. So this is belonging to Google LLC. So on the basis of this, map is getting plotted. It is not the actual location, but with the help of this parameter, there is some database with the programmer who have created this online visual route software. On the basis of that, they are plotting the approximate tracing on the map.
I have a question here. We know
Yes.
that on the mobile network, you can exactly, precisely pinpoint the location of the person, right? But how is it possible that from the IP addresses, the location can be precisely determined? What is the, because it's difficult.
There are
IP
many,
address.
Conditions are there to trace a location of a mobile user or laptop user on the basis of IP address. First, we need to suppose we have IP address, or we have IP address and user is using this IP address with the help of mobile service provider. Suppose from mobile they have accessed something. So IP address is obtained with the help of some
No, we
Wi-Fi
understand that from the network, it can be determined from the triangulation of the BTS. One can determine the
Yes,
precise.
I am coming to the same point, because it is not a simple question. There are many conditions are there. So I am just trying to compile all this thing in simple line, because it will be covered in the upcoming slide also. Upcoming slide means some module is there in which we will discuss about this.
Okay.
So suppose
Okay.
my laptop, or I am staying in some hotel. I am staying in some hotels and I am getting Wi-Fi connection in the hotel. And the law enforcement agency or investigating officer have information about my IP address, so they can contact to the service provider. Service provider, if this IP is coming from BSNL Wi-Fi router, then we have to find out who is the owner of this IP address. Because suppose I am having a Wi-Fi connection and आप सीधे type करें what is my IP address in the Google. What is currently I am connected to my BSNL broadband modem. So this public IP address, whatever public IP address is associated with my BSNL modem, is not registered in my name. So what is my IP address will show you what Google is seeing, how Google is seeing my IP address. So Google will show me this is my current public IP address because I am accessing something on Google and Google is seeing my response with this public IP address. So we can find out the details of this public IP address by who is IP. Look up. So just type here. So this is not a static database. This IP address is actually maintained by RIR, Regional Internet Registry. This website is third-party website, but they are using the application programming interface, API interface from the actual RIR. We can find out something. So it is showing that it is related to broadband multiplay project, Office of DGM, NOC, BSNL, Bangalore.
Yeah,
So
very
law
far off.
enforcement, yes, law enforcement agency will contact to this office. So they will provide all the details because they have a mechanism. Who is the contact person? Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited. This is the address, Barakhamba Road. So all these details are there. Admin contact details, technical contact details. All things are coming. What is who is the provider of this IP address? Epinic. When this IP address was modified, registered, every information is coming.
My question was that the app like Google Map, they are also using the basically location based on the IP addresses. How they are
Yes.
determining accurately without any help
No,
from
no.
the
Actually, this is the answer. What we have executed, this is the answer. How from this output, you will find the location. What is the location? They will show it as a New Delhi. If Google try to search it, they will just pick up this name. Because they are aware that this is New Delhi means some place is there. So approximately they will put their tracing point near to New Delhi. So this is the approximate location by Google Trace or any tracing tool.
Yeah,
ये
but you are at the
approximate होता है, accurate नहीं होता है, approximate होता है.
आप गोरखपुर में हैं, वो दिल्ली का एड्रेस बता रहा है, तो the way
हाँ, वही मैं कह रहा हूँ कि वो मुझे गोरखपुर तब दिखाएगा. मैं अभी स्विच करता हूँ, मैं वाईफाई से हटता हूँ, डिस्कनेक्ट किया मैं. अब जब मैं ट्रेस करूंगा, अब मेरी आईपी क्या है? व्हाट इज माय आईपी एड्रेस? Now I am typing what is my IP address. Now it is different public IP address which is provided by Railtel. I am copying this and just paste in the who is IP lookup. अब क्योंकि ये आईपी नाइलिट के नाम से रजिस्टर्ड है, तो ये एक्यूरेट गोरखपुर दिखाएगा. ये नाइलिट गोरखपुर इसके एड्रेस में फीड है. फॉर्म भरते समय हम लोगों ने नाइलिट गोरखपुर डाला था, तो अब ये सीधे सीधे बताएगा कि ये नाइलिट गोरखपुर है.
Yeah, in case of static IP address, you can get it, but when the IP addresses are allotted dynamically, I don't think means to find the accurate locations of that. You can reach up to the district, but not at precise location of the person.
It is not precise, because many times if we are having some mapping services, suppose your organization is providing the internet connection through the VPN. So if VPN server is running in Bangalore and I am sitting in Gorakhpur, my location will be shown in originating from the Bangalore. तो वो कैसा मैकेनिज्म है, उस मैकेनिज्म के बेसिस पे आपका लोकेशन, ये सब एक्यूरेट लोकेशन नहीं होता है, बट ऑलमोस्ट यू कैन से ऑलमोस्ट मैच करता है.
Okay, thank you.
And in addition to this lookup and this trace route, there are some more parameters are there which can be recorded by Google. Google also run many algorithms to cross check their accuracy is correct or not. We can directly jump to google.com page. Suppose I am searching something. It is showing me Singhariya, Kudaghat, Gorakhpur, Uttar Pradesh. Okay. Now I am switching to Wi-Fi. Okay. Update location. I am refreshing it. Because Google is not dependent on only who is IP lookup. They are having some other parameter also. From your device, from the history of your device, from the several other parameters, it is showing this information. So how it is showing this? It is a part of some other module, and actually many things are happening in the cyber world. There are many tools are available, many subscription-based premium tools are available, which are already being used by our detecting agency, law enforcement agencies, that we can find the location of a person with the help of this tool by providing some of the input related to this person. तो उस person से related कुछ input देकर उस person का current इनपुट क्या है, अगर उसके पास एंड्रॉइड मोबाइल हो, अगर उसके पास कुछ ऐसे टूल्स हो जिसका वो फीड ले रहा है, वो एप्लीकेशन जो सब्सक्रिप्शन सर्विस है वो इस तरह का फीड लेते हैं. यू आर इंस्टॉलिंग मैनी टूल्स, मैनी ऐप्स इन योर मोबाइल, एंड्रॉइड मोबाइल या एप्पल का भी अगर मोबाइल होगा, अगर उसका एग्रीमेंट होगा कि वी कैन टेक, वी कैन नोट, वी कैन सेंड योर लोकेशन टू थर्ड पार्टी सर्विसेज for betterment of this service, betterment of application. इस तरह का बहुत सारे terms and conditions लिखे होते हैं. And with the help of this number of feed taken from the app installed on your laptop, your mobile, they can provide your accurate location also. और ये हो भी रहा है, real world में ये हो भी रहा है. मैं चूंकि इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे हम लोग बहुत डिस्कस नहीं कर सकते, बट मैं लास्ट टाइम जो विजिट किया था वहां पे ये टूल था, तो एक लोकेशन पे विजिट किया था, तो उसको मैंने बोला था कि आप इस टूल्स में हमारा लोकेशन जो है, नाइलिट से 5 to 10 पीपल उस लोकेशन पे गए थे. ठीक है, गुजरात का एक जगह है गांधीनगर में, तो वहां पे NFSU एंड RRU है, तो उस लोकेशन पे हम लोग विजिट किए. तो उस टूल पे मैंने बोला था कि आप इसमें नाइलिट स्ट्रिंग डाल के एक पेरीमीटर बनाइए, एक रेडियस ड्रॉ करिए और इस लोकेशन पे नाइलिट से जुड़े कितने लोग हैं, बस इतना ही इनपुट. तो उसके बेसिस पे उसने उस लोकेशन पे उस पेरीमीटर रेडियस में 5 पर्सन को दिखाया था, जबकि 8 या 10 लोग गए थे. तो मतलब कुछ पर्सन के कुछ इंफॉर्मेशन शेयर हुए. तो माई इंफॉर्मेशन has been shared from my mobile. So Google and Android is reading some information with the help of some application, with the help of native and Android app. So I am associated with Nailist keyword. Google know with the help of my input, my कोई भी फॉर्म मैंने भरा है, मैंने कहीं पे लिखा है, वो इनपुट उस टूल को मिल रहा था. तो ये बहुत डेंजरस थिंग है. और ये होता भी है, और जितने भी प्रीमियम टूल्स हैं इनके 1 करोड़ रुपीज पर ईयर का सब्सक्रिप्शन है। तो इसमें ग्लोबल सेंटिमेंट क्या चल रहा है, ट्वीट किस तरह का चल रहा है, इफ ए पर्सन इज सपोज प्राइम मिनिस्टर इज गोइंग टू विजिट सम प्लेस, तो व्हाट इज द सेंटिमेंट, what is the tweet coming for the particular visit. This types of social media analytic tools are really being used in the digital world और cyber world में ऐसा यूज होता है। इस समय ट्वीट कैसा चल रहा है, अगर कहीं पे वॉर हो गया तो इस समय पर्टिकुलर कंट्री में ट्वीट में मैक्सिमम ट्वीट किस टॉपिक पे आ रहे हैं, वहां के पब्लिक का सेंटिमेंट क्या है, किसी के विजिट का सेंटिमेंट क्या आ रहा है, तो सोशल सेंटिमेंट क्या हो रहा है, इस तरह की चीजें हो रही है। But these are very simple tools. With the help of this tool, we cannot grab a criminal. इस criminal बहुत complicated, sophisticated tool पे काम किया है, इसने अपने को hide किया है, तो ये path ping और trace route नहीं पकड़ पाया। But with the help of this command, you will have idea about the different basic parameters and addressing location, address, router address, route followed by a destination by packet. मैं audible हूँ?
Yes, yes, very much. So basically, you are saying that means if the IP address is not going via the mobile network, then it will be very difficult to pinpoint the location, and we need some other parameters.
With respect to mobile scenario, there are many other tools are also available. Your mobile service provider can provide the location of a mobile on the basis of many parameter, BTS tower से जो भी log आते हैं उसको उसके बेसिस पे भी प्रोवाइड किया है। बट इफ यू आर गेटिंग IP address in your mobile through your mobile service provider, because you are using the data service 4G से डेटा लें या 5G से डेटा लें, IP एड्रेस तो आपको एलोकेट होगा ही, वो IP एड्रेस आपका सर्विस प्रोवाइडर एलोकेट करेगा, उसके पास इन्वेंट्री है, पूरा लॉग बन रहा है। With the help of this log, they can find out this IP address was allocated to this IMEI number, and this IMEI number is having this SIM number. And from
Yeah,
the
for the-
KYC document, all the
For the mobile, absolutely
Yeah.
no problem. We
Hmm.
get the accuracy up to the few meters to pinpoint the location of the mobile handset. So because we know already the lat long of the BTS, we do the triangulation and we can determine the location. But just wondering about the IP word, where there is no basically tying up of the IP address with the location. How they are determining the application like Google Map and other map-based services?
Depending on the
Because-
time taken. It is
Yeah.
pinged and then time taken is calculated. That is used to approximately guess.
Yes, it is approximate, and and one more thing, location service is also very important. In mobile, we are sending many parameters to Google, IP address plus location. So we are using the location services, and location services is directly, indirectly communicating with satellite also. So this longitude, latitude is accurately monitored by location service of Google. ठीक है, और ये एल्गोरिथम इतना सिंपल नहीं है कि वो सिर्फ IP लेकर लोकेशन बता दिया। दे आर यूजिंग मैनी पैरामीटर। अगर गूगल मैप हम आज के डेट में यूज कर रहे हैं, ट्रैफिक जाम लग गया है, वो कैसे पता चलता है? नॉट ओनली विद द हेल्प ऑफ सिंगल यूजर रिपोर्टेड दैट कि वहां पे जाम लगा हुआ है, इस रूट पे मत जाओ। मैनी यूजर्स आर मूविंग ऑन दिस रोड, so what is the speed of this user? If users are moving at very slow pace, the algorithm is deciding that there is a congestion. So 100 mobiles are moving at very high speed, 100 km/h, means there is no congestion. So there are a lot of parameters and algorithm, complex algorithms are working. So location services, IP address services. So these two services are very important. So if your Google is having the knowledge of your IP address and parallelly Google is aware about your location, then they will give the accurate location. From my laptop, it is showing Singharia, Kudaghat, Gorakhpur. Laptop is not sending location information. But if I enable this location services in my mobile or laptop, it will show the accurate information. So surveillance people and people like you who are in Department of Telecommunication might have multiple sources for surveillance, and on the basis of all this gathering, we will have some conclusion that this is the location, this is the address, with the help of mobile technology, with the help of IP packet technology, with the help of many other parameters. So all these parameters are actually clubbed. When you try to find out location on your mobile will show the accurate information. If you have allowed the location, if you have enabled the location services. तो वो हम लोग आगे देखेंगे जब लोकेशन पे बात करेंगे तो लोकेशन पे. So now coming to path ping command. So path ping also use ICMP protocol and it traces the route for a destination and it also shows the some of the performance. So basically this path ping will only work if there is no blocking. If some router is blocking this services, then you cannot go through the complete path ping output. So this path ping is very good tool. It can show you the total traceroute information, what are the IP address falling between these devices, and what is the performance, how many packets are getting dropped, what is the total loss on a particular device or a link between two routers. So this path ping and then target machine. First, it will show you the first device 100.28 means it is going through my Wi-Fi network. So this is my AVM HPLog means this is the laptop. And then second 100.1 is BSNL modem. And there is some other IP address is coming. Now after this, there is some blocking is coming. Then this path ping will not show you the remaining output. It will be immediately stopped. And it will also show some of the statistics for this router. If you can find out some route which is not having any blocking, then you will see the complete trace route, then complete computing statistics for all the routers. So from this device to this device, what is the total packet sent, what is the total loss, between these two routers, how many packets were lost in the line. This type of information it will show you.
This command path ping, it says not a recognized or internal or external command.
Path ping is showing on which OS you are running.
The command.
No, this command is executed on which
Windows.
Windows? What
Yeah.
it is showing? It is not an internal or external command.
Yeah. Path ping is not recognized as an internal or external command, operable program or batch file.
You can check what is the. You can check the spelling is okay or syntax is okay. Path
But-
ping. There should be no space between path ping.
I tried both. I tried path and as well path with space ping and path ping together.
Just because this type of result, suppose I am typing this like this, it will show something like this.
No, I have done correctly. I have
Okay, you
given
have done correct.
space 8888.
Okay. So you are able to run other command ping and traceroute.
Yeah, ping and trace route I am able to run.
Which version of Windows you are using? You are using the home edition.
This must be, I think, Windows 10.
You must. So we have to check what is the scenario because it is natively available with the TCP/IP in Windows.
Okay.
Sir, in
So
another, my case, it's giving the message unable to resolve target system name 8888. Unable
yes,
to.
because there might be some blocking or it depends on your network scenario why it is showing this.
Both office network and then my personal mobile hotspot also I tried. Same case, it's giving same thing.
So now it is showing this information. So because this information is not coming for all the routes, so some of the few routes are getting displayed here. It is my laptop, and this is the first router modem. This is the second router. This is the third router, and this line is basically linked between my laptop and modem. So there is no loss between my laptop and modem via Wi-Fi network. There is no loss between this modem and BSNL infrastructure, 0% loss. But there is some loss coming on this device. BSNL device, 3% loss reported on the device. 3 packets were lost out of 100. Then again, there is no loss between this link. So basically, it is helpful in finding out what is the main problem of congestion, what is the main problem behind a slow network. So we can find out with the help of this tool or similar types of tool used by telecom service provider or internet service provider, that which device is creating problem, which device is having congestion. For example, here it is showing that there is something loss, some loss in reported in this device. So if you are not getting the full performance, this reason might be due to some link problem, some device problem between your machine and target machine.
I think my edition is Windows 11 Pro.
Windows 11 Pro, mine is also Windows 11 Pro. So we have to check what is the reason behind it. If you are typing correctly, then we have to check from the documentation of Windows why path ping is not running on your machine.
Okay.
So this is the path ping. Next is root. The root is command that displays your routing table stored on your machine. So every device can be treated as a router, or if it is not a router, if it is a simple machine, they can have some routing information with respect to TCP/IP parameter configured on an NIC card. Suppose you are having Wi-Fi card, NIC card, wired NIC card, or Bluetooth. You are getting connected to Google.com, Yahoo.com. So your machine must have some routing information stored in your machine. So you can see what is the current routing table stored in your machine with the help of root command. So root, then There are many options are there. Route print. With the help of route print, you can see the routing table with respect to your computer. It is showing lot of informations are stored in the routing table, as well as it is showing the interface list. How many NIC cards are there, what are their corresponding names, and what is the MAC address, and what is the interface ID assigned by system software or an operating system. So this is the interface number assigned by OS to the particular NIC card, and this is the MAC address of it. So there are this number of NIC cards are present on this machine, and one of the NIC card is having no MAC address because it is a loopback interface. It is a virtual loopback software loopback interface on which 127.0.0.1 or 127.*** IP address work. Loopback IP address work on the basis of this loopback interface. By default, this loopback interface is always assigned interface ID 1, and there is no MAC address corresponding to this. Without any NIC card, you can have this software loopback interface. So you can ping to yourself with the help of ping 127.0.0.1. Then there are routing table informations are coming. This 000 is a special IP address used for default route. Any, it also indicate any or default route. 000, netmask is 000, gateway is this. It means there are many informations are there. If you want to go to physics department building, then go to gate number 1. If you want to go to chemistry department, go to gate number 2, gate number 3. If the information is not known or unavailable regarding a particular document, then by default you always go here. From here you can go anywhere. So similarly, if the particular route informations are not available in this part, then default route can be chosen by your machine. So by default, for other traffic, for other networks which is not listed in this portion, can be propagated through this gateway. So this is 192.168.1.1, and this is the interface. This is the interface through which, so there are two interfaces are there, two internet connections are currently connected on my machine. That is why this are appearing twice. One is via this interface, and second is via my Wi-Fi NIC card. And there are some corresponding metric value assigned by system automatically. The metric with lowest value will be preferred first. So this time my computer is by default using my wireless network, because it is having lowest metric. So lowest metric means the highest, it will be highly preferred. Highest priority will be given to this for sending any traffic. So when I am pinging to some destination machine, it is going through this route. It is not selecting this one because their corresponding metric value is high. So we can customize this metric value also. So there is an option you can customize depending on your requirement from graphical interface also, or you can customize this with the help of root command. So I am currently connected to my RailTel network also, BSNL network also. But every time I am browsing website, it is going through the BSNL network. So what is the criteria for assigning this? You have to go through the documentation. Why Windows is assigning this 55 lowest value to BSNL when in spite of this line is having the highest speed because it is a lead line. So normally router device create the routing table on the basis of metric value. So router calculate this metric on the basis of several parameters. How many routers are there between this machine and this machine? What is the link speed? What is the reliability? So there are many parameters are used by routing protocol to decide the exact metric value. But how Windows is assigning 55 to my slowest network, why it is assigning 281 to this lead line network, which is faster than this network. So you can go through, see what is the criteria used by Windows machine. So these are the information. This is showing that network address. This is the network address. This is the subnet mask. And what is the gateway? What is the network interface card through which it can be transmitted. So there are many routes are coming here. And this is the persistent route. So this is the persistent route means this is the default route already configured on my machine. And some IPv6 related routing tables are also appearing. So route print means the route have several options. You can add the manual route also. Suppose your computer wants to add some route for a destination via a particular route, via a particular NIC card, then you have to add this route manually. And route print 157 star means you can, if you want to get the detail of only certain IP address. Suppose I want to know about the routing table really starting with 192 destination. So I can type. So everything will be related to 192 dot something something. So how route is added? Suppose if you want to change your metric for highest network, highly preferred network. In my scenario, there are two networks are there, and two default. So we can customize, we can add the route, we can delete the route, we can change the route, modify the route. So what is the syntax for this? Route, then add, then network address. If you want to specify some particular destination, then network address, then mask, subnet mask, then gateway information. If you want to browse Google website via network, then you can specify the Google IP address also, or network address of Google, or all the websites which is normally present in a particular network can be mentioned here. And what should be the metric? The lowest metric will be highly preferred. And which interface to be used, which NIC card to be used. So this number can be obtained from this output. So this is the number. 6 number, 25 number, 22, 30. So which interface to be used for sending this traffic from a particular network. So with the help of this route add command, you can route the customized command as required by administrator. Customize route as required by the administrator. If you want to delete some route, delete, then provide the network address of the particular route. Now coming to netstat. Netstat is very useful command to see the connection status, connection state from your computer to remote computer on TCP port and UDP port. So if you are making connection to the remote machine, or any remote machine is making connection to your machine, you can see the status, which machine have connected, which machine are connected to my laptop, and how many connections are originating from my computer. So what is the public IP address of remote machine? Which port is being used for making connection? What is the destination port running on the target machine? So if we are visiting some website, obviously we are making connection to port number 80 and 443 of the Google server, Google website. So this information can be visualized with the help of netstat command. Not only the remote IP address, remote port number, it will also show the current status of this connection. This connection is closed or getting initiated, or connection is waiting, or connection is transferring some data. So netstat is very useful tool, and it is also used by network forensic expert also for finding some useful information artifact from the network forensic evidence. So netstat, coming to netstat, netstat have many options. You can type netstat ? It will show you display protocol statistic and current TCP/IP network connection. It have many options: -A, -B, -E, -F, -I. So there are many options are there. -O, -N. So starting from -A, display all connection and listening port. It will also show how many services are running on this machine. So how many services are running? So netstat space -A. It is showing that protocol, local address, foreign address, state. Which protocol is being used? TCP. What is the local address? What is the local port? 135 local port. And what is the address, IP address or name of the foreign address? ABM HP lab. No port is there. 0 means no connection is made between this and this. The current state is listening. It means this particular port is waiting for some connection. It is actually running on this machine, and it is waiting. It is in listening mode, means it is waiting for some connection. Similarly, 445 port is open on this machine, and there is no connection made. It is in listening state. So 445 is normally used for when you share the Windows folder is shared, then this port is open on your machine. So it is used by our Windows share. 135 is used by Microsoft NetBIOS session. 902 in my laptop is being used by VMware software. There are many ports are running on this local machine. Some of them are already connected. Here established is coming means some connection is made from this port to this port. And in the IP address portion, there is a local IP address is coming 127.0.0.1, and in the remote portion, local host is coming. It means some local communication is going between application to application on different ports between 19,968 to 19,969 established. So this type of communication is going through the loopback interface, and some data is already transferring between these two ports. The two applications are communicating with each other on the same machine. So there is no need of an IC card, there is no need of any internet connection or outside network. Again, scrolling down, some of them are coming as send. So it is just starting the connection. So there are many states are there, listening is there, chin sent is there, establish is there, close underscore wait are there, and some IP address is also coming here. Some of them are loopback IP address. It is my laptop actual IP address configured on an IC card. This is the remote public IP address of remote machine which is using HTTPS connection currently under load underscore wait status. So there are different types of states are there. So these are HTTPS connections made between this laptop from this port. Local port is 35,712 and remote port is 443. HTTPS use 443. So first field is protocol, second is local address, then local port, foreign address comprised of foreign IP address and foreign port. State can have multiple options depending on the status of connection. So there are many connections are there. Listening, accepting connection, ready for accepting connection. Establish means connection is up and passing data. It means if established is coming means three-way handshake has been established and data is being transferred with this connection. Chin sent means this is the first step of three-way handshake. Chin receive means if my laptop is sending chin message to the target machine will show chin receive at their end in the output of NetStack. Last acknowledgement, close wait, time wait, close, closing, finish wait 1, finish wait 2.